You hear me?
Hello,
Hello.
teacher.
Hi. Nice to see you again. How are you today?
Fine, thank you.
And how was your day so far? Can you please tell me what did you do today so far?
Today I went to school and then I go home and I was sleeping.
hmm Okay, very nice. And after this class, what will you do after this class? When we finish this class, what will you do after this class?
After this class, I think I will take a shower,
hmm Okay. And what else?
but take a shower and then I will eat dinner. Yeah.
Eat dinner. Okay, very nice. Now let's see. Okay, so we will start. We have okay. This is our final class. Okay, so we will start with just one moment with our lesson. Okay, so what do you think? What do you think about learning or learning some subjects? What is the best way how you can learn some subjects? What is something that you can do to learn? Okay, so what is the best way to learn any subjects? So what do you think? Okay, is the best way, for example, to learn with your friends or learn alone? So what do you think? What is the best way of learning uh, to learn some subjects?
I think it's practice every day.
hmm Okay, and do you like to learn alone or with your friends?
I mm, I like to learn alone because I need to like focus.
hmm Okay, and why is important for people to stay focused? Why is that so important?
Because we need to focus because if we don't focus, we cannot achieve something.
hmm Okay, so you cannot achieve something. Okay, very nice. And what is something that you usually want to achieve? Okay, so what is something that you want to, in which subjects you want to become better?
Um, become better.
hmm
Like I think to become better of in something, and we just need to stay focused and practice it every day.
hmm
And one day we can achieve that. I think.
You can achieve that. Okay, and in which subjects do you want to become better in your life? What are some subjects that you want to become better in your life? Okay, so what are some subjects that you want to be better?
In my life, to become better.
hmm In which
I think it's I think it's like language
hmm Okay, because why? Because
because his language is hard. Yeah, Montes and German. Yeah, it's hard.
hmm Okay, so this is something that can be become harder for you. Okay, and what do you think? What is better to when I ask you to learn alone or to learn with your friends? Okay, so what do you think? What is, in your opinion, what can be better to learn alone or with your friends?
I think is learn alone because learn with my friends. I joking a lot. Yeah, I cannot learn properly
Okay, and why? Why do you think so?
because I'm joking a lot. Yeah,
hmm
so I cannot learn.
And what do you think about streaming on the internet or learning on the internet? Okay, so what is your opinion about this when you learn on the internet? So what do you think about this?
Learn on the internet. Yeah, learn on the internet is good
hmm Okay, and why? Why do you think so?
because on the internet we can find a lot of things. Yeah,
Okay, and what is something that you like to learn on the internet?
anything.
Like what?
Nowadays,
What was the
it's
last thing that you learned about that you learned on the internet?
I just find some dictionary of German. Like the internet, they have a lot all of things, so we can choose what we need to learn and then search on the internet.
Search on the internet. Okay, very nice. Now we will. Okay, we will do this. Okay, this text. Okay, just one moment. Okay. Uh, Now I will share my screen. Okay, can you please read read this text?
Every so often, the Ministry of Education issues new and sometimes contradictory instructions as to how the nation's children should be taught. The truth is that there are valid arguments for and against both streaming and mixability. In the essay, I aim to explore the most convincing of them. The usual argument in favor of streaming is that it raises academic attainment. The higher achieving students progress at their own pace while allowing those at the bottom of the ability range to catch up in the corresponding groups. While this appears to make sense on paper, dumping all the lower achievers in one class can have negative effects on their motivation. Streaming may slightly improve the performance of the bright sparks, but this in no way compensates for the divergent results of the
Okay,
rest.
okay, okay. So we will stop here. Okay, so what do you think? What is important in this text? What is something that is important that you read about in this text?
Um, Importance. Like it's about like they just argument of about streaming or Like in learning class, which one is better? Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Okay, and what do you think, in your opinion, which one can be better?
Um, I think it's learning class. So
Mm-hmm.
learning class, maybe we can discuss. No, like we can. That's like I think it's not so different. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But maybe learning class, the teacher can watch the students how they study or something. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so how they can study? Okay, certain subjects. Okay, so and in what type of the subjects do you think this is something that can be very very good to learn about? Okay, so what do you think? Okay, what on which type of the subjects this is something that can be people can learn about?
It's a subject people can learn about.
Mm-hmm.
Hmm. Yeah, all type of the subject is yeah is important. Different
Mm-hmm.
type of subject.
Okay, now let's see. Let's continue to read this text. Okay, the advantage. Okay, can you please continue to read this text?
The advantage of mixed ability, on the other hand, is the peer support that weaker students receive from those with a better grasp of the subject. Method also has a social benefit as
Social,
each class
social benefits, social.
social benefits as each class is disparate group of students from varied backgrounds who various
Possess
skills that they can possess various skills that they can exchange with one another. The main argument against the method, however, is that the poor achievers tend to monopolize the teacher's
attention,
attention, which often holds up the progress of the other students in the class. In my opinion, the debate should not be either or but a compromise between the two teaching methods. While mixability class promotes equality, teaching lower achievers in smaller, homogeneous groups is much more effective for those individuals. In conclusion, I believe that students should be grouped into sets for core subjects, such as math and language, but should otherwise stay within their peer groups. This would be beneficial to all concerned and would result in raising standards all around.
Mhm. Okay, so now can you write me 5 sentences which subjects students can learn in a group and which subjects can learn individually? Can you try to do that? So which subjects students can learn in a group and which subjects can learn individually? Can you do that, please?
Right in chat box?
Yes, please.
Yes. Can you? What is the question?
Okay, question is which subjects you can learn in a group and which subjects you can
Yes,
learn
yes.
individually by alone.
Learn by your learn alone is mathematics, as it's need focus to understand formulas and solve problems by yourself. And learn with the others is peer group. It's language, sorry. It's language speaking and listening skills develop faster, interacting with others. Conversations help with pronunciations, fluency, and confidence.
Okay, and why is that so important in any subjects? Why, for example, this is something that can be really important for any subjects or any um, any people. So why is that so important?
Um, why it's important?
Hmm. Why is this is something that can be really important for any people to know all of these things that you mentioned right now?
Because that's needed. Yeah.
Hmm. Okay.
Learn like language. We need to be together because we need to. Language is for communicate. Yeah.
Hmm.
We need to learn with the others so we can like be better. And mathematics, we can be alone or with others. Both are good because with others we can have some like with other we can they can help us they can help us to solve problems or they can like we can know some new methods from them. Yeah.
Hmm. Okay. Okay.
Can I go toilet?
Yes, of course. Go, go, go.
Yes. Yes, I'm back.
Hmm. Okay. Now, now let's see. Okay, now we have here. Okay, that was really nice. Okay, now, and I want to ask you about subjects that in the past were hard for you and now are easy for you. Okay, so which subjects were hard for you in the past and now are easy for you?
It's physics. Yeah, physics.
Mm-hmm.
Before I struggle with physics,
Mm-hmm.
but
Physics.
now yeah I study like not a lot, but I study more.
Mm-hmm.
So like now it's just much more easy for me.
Okay. Now let's see. And okay, and why do you think so? Why in the past was hard and now it's easy? So why do you think so?
Now it's easy because I just study more.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Now let's see. And why do you need to study more?
because I think I'm bad at it, so I'm just improve it.
Hmm. Okay. Now let's see. Okay, and what is something that you think that you can improve more in the future? Is there anything that you can improve more in the future?
Hmm. Um. I think it's language.
Mhm. Language. Okay, so this is something that you can improve. Now, okay, so we have here this, okay, final destination. Okay, so we will continue. Okay, with this, okay, we are doing a review because this is the last class. Now, can you please read this part of the text?
Who hasn't heard of the Trans-Siberian, the world's most famous long distance
Railway,
uh,
railway,
li- li-
rail.
railway
Mhm.
connecting Moscow to the Russian Far East? But how many of us have actually made the journey? I count myself lucky, for it was only this morning that I hopped on the board at the Yaroslavsky Rail Terminal. On the guard's whistle, the rain choked out of the station and slowly gathered speed. In no time at all, we were accelerating out of the capital into the outlying district. Each one is impossible to differentiate from the next. Later, we were gliding across the longest river in Europe, the Volga, and later still, we were hurtling through the majestic Euro-bound mountains. By midday, the train was pulling up at the station in Vladivostok, the largest port on Russia's Pacific coast. How did I manage to cover 9,289 kilometers route in the space of just one morning? By going on a virtual tour along the railway online. That's how.
So, okay, let's continue. Okay,
Uh,
it was
it was
wonderful.
wonderful new video map produced by Google Russia and Russian Railways that made my trip possible. Composed of series of shots from the window of Trans-Siberian carriage, the video shows the perspective of passengers enjoying the scenery as it flashed by. Colorful videos of the city en route and integrating tales of the history complements the window seat footage. And users for choice for soundtrack. The options range from reading of classic Russian literature to Russian radio stations or music play on balalaika, the nation's equivalent of a guitar. I opt for something more authentic and click on the rumble of the train wheels to accompany me as I advance across two continents. The fact that the creators succeed in transporting me to the Trans-Siberian carriage mentally, if not physically, shows they are on the right track in their efforts to simulate reality.
Mhm. Okay, so when was the last of your traveling? Can you remember your last traveling that you used to have? Where did you go? Your last traveling. When you go, where did you go on your last traveling?
On my last traveling,
Yes.
I don't remember. It's long, very, very long time ago. Yeah.
Uh-huh. Okay, and okay, but okay, your last traveling. Okay, did you go? Okay, can you please tell me? So, where did you go on your last traveling? Where would you like to go?
Now I would like to go to Italy or Germany,
Mm-hmm.
because like both that countries are, I think is are good.
Mm-hmm. Okay, and why do you think so? Why?
Mm, because like both country are near to Malta, and it's also good.
Mm-hmm. Okay, and now let's see. And what do you think? What do you think in the future? How would you like to travel in the future? Okay, so what is something that you would like to use to travel in the future? Can you please tell me? So, how would you like to travel? Would you like to travel by bus? Would you like to travel by airplane? So, how would you like to travel?
I travel to by airplane. It's fast. Yeah.
Hmm. It's it's fast to travel by airplane. Okay, and why did you choose airplane?
Because it's faster. Yeah, it's the fastest.
Hmm.
Yeah. So I don't need a lot of time. I just
Hmm.
need to sit there and maybe a few hours.
Hmm. Okay, now can you write me 5 sentences on your next destination? Where would you like to go, and how would you like to go? Can you do that, please?
Yes.
Okay, thank you. And I will go to the toilet, okay?
Yes, yes.
Okay, I'm here. Did you finish?
Yes, I'm almost.
Okay, thank you.
I want to visit to Japan because Japan is an island country in East Asia known for its mix of tradition and modern technology, famous for Mount Fuji, temples in Kyoto, and cities like Tokyo. Japan also offers delicious food like sushi and ramen. It's a leader in technology.
hmm Okay, and what do you think about fast trains? Would you like to travel by fast trains if you can? Would you like someday to travel by fast trains?
Fast train,
Mm-hmm.
yeah, I would like to try it because I never tried it.
Mm-hmm. Okay, and why would you like to try? Why would you like to try it? Why?
because it's just want to try. Yeah, it's new for me, so I try. I don't have no reason.
Okay, and what do you think? What is much convenient, fast train or airplane?
Airplane is still faster.
Okay, and why? Why do you think so?
Because airplane is fastest. Yeah, so I will prefer airplane.
Mm-hmm. Okay, very nice. And if you can choose, for example, traveling in when you compare traveling in Vietnam and on Malta, where is better? So what do you think? Where is better to travel? Uh, okay, around Vietnam or around Malta? Where is better to travel?
Mm, around Vietnam.
Mm-hmm.
But Vietnam
Okay.
is bigger in Malta and it's not a lot of delicious food. Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
I think Vietnam is no like yeah, I think so.
Mm-hmm. Okay. And why do you think so? Just because of the food?
Yeah, because I think it's because of the food. The
Mm-hmm.
food in Vietnam is very special. It's very good.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Now let's see. Now that was really nice and really good to hear. Okay, and we finished our class. Okay, it was really nice to teach with you. To teach you for the last 2 years. I really enjoy. I hope that you also enjoy. I wish you a nice day. Mm, Say
Yes.
hello to your family, and one day I hope to see you soon.
Yes.
Bye bye. See you
Bye.
next time.
Goodbye. See you soon.
See you soon.